more the money that I'm pushing to the states. If you had it during your own time or during my time, it would have been different. They are taking 4 to 5 times their money. The past. Nobody is borrowing money to pay salaries now. Pensioners are receiving their pay and gratuity. And they should do more to, instead of flyover where there's no numeric traffic, build roads and arteries network to really enhance the quality of life and the accessibility of the security agencies to penetrate those areas.
Oh, Lord. See, for the first time I agree. This Tinubu is intelligent. Yeah, he is. Forget, Liba. He's very intelligent. Very, very. But his intelligence is Machiavellianism, coined from the Italian writer and political thinker Niccolo Machiavelli. You know that guy now? That guy. He wrote the book The Prince that examined how rulers take, exercise, rule, and of course, lead people anyhow in such a very cruel way. Intelligence that make others take the blame while we benefit. It is in psychology, it is called Machiavellianism. In philosophy, it's called instrumental manipulation. Yes, instrumental manipulation or Machiavelli reasoning. A smart way of wiggling yourself out of a problem, where you manipulate, calculated manipulation, deceptive thinking, deceptive reasoning. That's who he is. Very smart. Now, what he has done here is to gaslight us. It is the continuation of all of his charade of saying hold governors accountable. That's what he has done here. You know, because he's been vague and ambitious or ambiguous, you've not been able to actually hold somebody. Now, he has tackled one person. So we have a direction of here to think to. Right? He has pushed it. You see, that school of thought, we'll come back to it. We'll come back to Tinubu trying to wiggle his way out of this. We are going to treat it. But let's talk about the fact that what he said is correct. Yes, very correct. And that's the truth. A lot of these state governors have been useless, doing unnecessary things. Thank God for Tinubu. What are you doing with the money? And that's what we have been saying here constantly for years. Some of you refuse to agree with us. We've been saying that consistently. Look for a way to put in money in areas that pull people out of poverty. See, the flyovers in Benin, as it were, I can tell you, I told somebody, I said, I'm not being a bad person, a wicked person, or like a critic that doesn't reason. The flyover in Adesua, very useless. You didn't dualize the road. That road, there was no reason. We just want to say you want to do a landmark or a legacy project. That's why we're doing flyover. In the Rama Park flyover, what was important to have been done, for example, is to reduce the size of the Rama Park. You see, we have a big Rama Park that is not allowing cars to pass. Tiny road, but a large portion of land has been ceded to the Rama Park, and nothing is happening there. No economic activity, no economic benefit, no tourist potential, everything. What you needed to have done is the road from Iba Slope, it got to Boba River, then it became one lane. Can you dualize that Boba River? Let's have another bridge. So at least we can have roads, we can have dual carriage. Move that dual carriage, get to Rama Park, reduce it. That was all. The man went to spend 24 billion, as we heard, and even more on doing flyovers. Waste because of legacy project. Ask him, what have you invested in? How many companies are in Edo now? How many foreign direct investments? What is the HDI or growth per capita of ordinary Edo persons? How many businesses? What have you invested in power generation? In security? Nothing. You just say, now flyover governor. You use billions of naira to do tourism in a state where there is no production happening, where manufacturing is at its all-time low. That's the question. Then let's go back to Tinubu. You see what Tinubu is doing. Let me tell you why Tinubu cannot push the blame and not take it. When you wanted to have an economic policy, the economic reforms, unification of the exchange rate, removal of CS subsidy from education, from health, from electricity and all of that, what was needed was a national vision, national economic vision. You would have agreed with your economic team and governors because they are sub-national government. Bring them, even local government. Look at what we want to achieve in the next 4 years. Look at what we need to achieve. And to achieve this, experts have said that we are going to do this every 6 months. Look at what we're investing. Look at priority. Look at what is sub-priority. Look at what is secondary. Look at primary. Oh, that's called a national economic vision. Everybody works towards it. But the Minister of Aviation, you are attracting tourism. Every minister, everybody. There is a direction. I'm telling you, even opposition and people in your party, there's a direction everybody is focusing on. That is how to get out of economic recession, downtimes, inflation, all of this. You are working with the banks. As you are dragging inflation rate, you are talking about credit facility, how to reduce our borrowing potentials, and all of that. You are working tirelessly. There is a national cohesion for a national vision. A few months to your leaving of office, you want to blame the governor that built flyover. What was the vision given to him? And so I agree that you cannot entirely blame him. But a lot of these governors that got to power, some of them are dull, and some of them were read into office. So when somebody did not qualify for what we were expecting. Now, when the few governors that are working, governors that got prepared, Peter Umba, Alex Oti, a few other governors, the Jigawa governors we have seen the last time, but because they came prepared. But these ones that are not prepared, that were not well brought up, that's what you are seeing now. Oh, Bible, collect yourself. You have built on a flyover. Person, you have been doing defense for every day. Now, subdue.
Tinubu is an unserious human being. I was saying it the other time that if really you say you gave these guys money and Nigerians are crying, instead of you to have even done what you're supposed to do directly, you say you gave the governors money, which I know that the money you gave to them was to shut up their mouth. Majority of them are not doing anything, and now they are not doing anything. Maybe what you planned was for them to do the needful by developing their states, but of course there are some policies that they will not be able to carry out. You are the one that will carry them out. But let's leave the idea of you giving them money to develop their own state, and they are not doing it. And Nigerians are calling you, because when it comes to the issue of hunger, the policy, the exchange rates, and what have you, the defense security, that is just primarily your own responsibility as it stands now, though it ought to be the responsibility of the state governors. And that is why we are talking about the autonomous and this issue of a state policing. But you people are using mouth to say it, and you are not even effecting it. So let's even leave that aside. Then you gave them money to do what and what. They didn't do it, and you cannot come out all this while to tell, please, hold your governors accountable. I've given them money. You say it with all manner of seriousness. Even if you are going to be sounding like a broken record, it's worth it. Now the fire don't punch you now, you can't talk. Of course, is it not a Pueblo he's referring to? Just be building because they don't have foresight. It's the same as you. Is it not a Shomole that is fighting Umagi that why is he building new rules? Is that not the same thing that the Nigerians have been talking about? Is building new rules. Why the existing one are still in deplorable condition? Now you are telling all those who are building a flyover, they don't even need where there's no traffic. Where there's no traffic. Is now you are talking. Because this man is arrogant is what is killing him. This Tinubu agbalagba tí o mọ rẹ̀ lágbà. All this one that go dey give person this thing advice. Because the way a manner he talks about it, you are not serious about it. If not, then when you have given them money, maybe the first year, and you are not seeing what they are doing, then you change this thing, then you begin to do your job by yourself. Last, we later say Tinubu na good person. Good person say for waiting. You and who? Everywhere in Nigeria except the obedience. Is it a good man we go chop? The Tinubu is always talking trash with a nonsense grammar. Exactly. It's just with arrogance and spewing nonsense. 110 president, wait till 2027. He will be arrested 100%. Rama Park needed that flyover, okay? For Edo State. Who even told you guys he is referring to flyover? They hear English. No mind them. No, they hear English. My dear brother, those two flyovers in Benin are important, but they overinflated those budgets. At this junction, it is 4-point junction. The traffic there is something else. The one at Ramat is something else. Tragic down Ikboba River. The flyover in PTA and SDC roundabout is important too, but some states is not important, like the one in Oshogbo. When coming from Ife, that flyover by Adeleke, he budgeted a 1 kilometer flyover for 20 billion. The only thing I would disagree with this governor is that they overinflated the budget for those projects. No, be the same thing all of them do. I beg you, second piece.